Hi everybody, it's Sandra from the Funky Pickle Thrifter. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to have a look at part of my Cameo collection. First up, I thought we would just take a look at what Wikipedia has to say about cameos. Cameo is a method of carving an object such as an engraved gem, item of jewelry, or vessel. It nearly always features a raised positive relief image, contrasts with intaglio, which has a negative image. Originally, and still in discussing historical work, cameo only referred to works where the relief image was of a contrasting color to the background. This was achieved by carefully carving a piece of material with a flat plane where two contrasting colors met, removing all the first color except for the image to leave a contrasting background. One of the easiest ways to visualize it is with an ordinary kitchen sponge. So this part, the lighter part, would all be carved in, and then the darker part would be underneath. As you can see, this one is beautifully done in relief. This is a nice old stick pin, and this one is an intaglio. So there's the difference. It's sort of like belly buttons. This is an outie and this is an innie. So this is what an intaglio looks like, and this is what something carved in relief looks like. So the ones that I have right here are plastic. I always call these ponytail girls. When you see this ponytail, they're not old. And a lot of them have, the real same look to them. These are all plastic. Here's the three muses. And I just got that one. I don't know what's going on. It's like an R-rated one. And even this one, believe it or not, this is plastic. So I sometimes do hear people on the internet mistakenly say, geez, you have to look for these carving lines and that will prove, that it's stone or whatever. And the problem with jewelry is always somebody is out there who's trying to outsmart everybody else, right? So they make these plastic ones look like they're actually carved. There's nothing wrong with these. I think these are all very, very pretty, actually. They're just not stone or shell or anything like that. So we're going to take a look at some older ones and some better ones, but I did just want to show these. And, I just wanted to talk a little bit about this one. So when I was a kid, my cousins and I would have to sell things for school. I don't know if they still do that. Probably not. I mean, in those days, literally, the teachers would tell you had to just knock on people's doors, like complete strangers, and try to sell stuff. So I think I was in 5th grade, and we had to sell these cameo necklaces. So, of course, we would always go to my grandma, me and my cousins, and she would buy like 7 of them, So anyway, this was one that I had sold her back in the day, and I didn't even notice this till years and years, well, just a few years ago. I opened this up, and she had put my picture in it. Look, that's me. I guess I'm kind of trying to do like a Mrs. Brady meets Farrah Fawcett look. Anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. All right, let's get to the older ones and the real stuff now. As always, all of these items are yard sale and thrift store finds that I've gotten throughout the years. I may have paid up for just a couple of them, so I will let you know. Now, one thing that collectors really like is the carving to be very, very detailed and very, very fine. So this one is called the Three Muses. This is a really common one. And as you can see, the light does shine through it. This is a shell cameo. It's really pretty, actually. Notice how it's a little bit curved underneath, too. But, that can be faked. One way that you can very easily tell the difference between a plastic and shell or stone, I like to just put them on my cheek. Plastic will be room temperature, and stone and gems will be cold. So this is not such great carving. This one is much nicer. I mean, it's still not like super, super, super high quality. Now, this one looks like gold, and it is only gold filled. This is really pretty. It's also a locket. That's a pretty little thing, right? As far as carving is concerned, this is one of the best ones I have. I don't know what happened to its gold part that should be around it. This is just the carving only. This is a shell. And I think the detailing is really, really nice in this. Now, I've read that the older ones have straight noses and the newer ones have like turned up noses. So we are going to take a look at that today. Let's experiment and see if that's actually true. This is really, really nice. So I guess that's a straight nose, right? Really pretty detailing. Love that one. I love this one. Now, this is not shell. This is celluloid. And I don't put it with my plastic ones because this one is antique. And I think this is really interesting in the back. I didn't know they had clear celluloid. I mean, I'm guessing that's celluloid because it's very, very, very light. But I really love this one. I love the roses. I think this one's really gorgeous. Not real or anything. This is just base metal, as you can tell. I think this one has a lovely carving. This one is 10 karat gold, and I think it's interesting. The leaves are green gold, which you probably aren't going to be able to see. My camera's not really picking it up so great. This is a really beautiful one. I love the flower in her hair, and sort of, see, she has a couple of wispy hairs right there. I think this is just beautiful. I have two Cameo rings. So this one is, I guess it's just kind of all broken up, but this is real gold. And I think this is very, very pretty. Wow, look at that. Beautiful detailing. This is 10 karat. You can see the light is coming through. It just kind of has some problems. I guess it's chipped up, or I don't know, maybe that's just a very poor job of carving. But no, I guess, is her nose missing? Yeah, I think this one has some problems, and it's too bad because what a beautiful gold ring this is. Here's another gold ring. This is antique, as I'm sure you can tell. But this ring has a great big secret. This is actually one of my favorite things. Now, my mom bought this at an antique store in the 1980s, so this isn't like a yard sale find. But this is called a flip ring. And when you press right there, it flips around where you can wear the onyx and diamond side when you get tired of the Cameo. And then we'll flip it back here, put it on the Cameo side. How beautiful is this ring? That's very, very unusual. 10 karat gold. That's a beautiful item. This Victorian button is clearly not shell. This is stone. You can tell right away. It looks very, very different from the other. And you can tell it's Victorian because of the steel right here around this frame right here, these sort of steel balls here. And it is just a button. I don't usually buy buttons, but I found this at a yard sale or something, and I just thought it was beautiful. Somebody could make this into a piece of jewelry. Really pretty one. Here's one with an upturned nose. Now, she may be from the 20s or something. And because she's wearing a necklace right here, this is called a habillé. Habillé cameos are wearing jewelry. I love this. Now, this one is kind of a special piece to me because I fell over a stool a couple of years ago and I snapped my humerus in half, which wasn't that humorous, actually. It wasn't as fun as it sounds. And anyway, a friend of mine gave me this, and she told me that somebody had given it to her once when she got in an accident or hurt herself. So she gave this one to me and told me that someday, if I know anybody who's hurt, that I should pass this on to them. But I love the flowers on her shoulder. Look at that. And I think this one is gold. I think I tested it. I don't know. Is that tacky to do when someone gives you a gift? What can I say? I'm a jewelry person. There are some little cracks over here. But this one's really beautiful, and it really was given to me by a very, very beautiful person with a beautiful heart. I don't know if you would be able to tell this because you're not holding it, you're only looking at it, but this one is celluloid. And I love celluloid because it was made for people who didn't have the big money in order to afford, a real cameo on real gold that's really carved from a shell or from a gemstone. And lava, too, it was another thing, and other things as well that people did carve on. But I just love this one, and I love that it was made for kind of the the lower middle class or the lower class, so everybody could enjoy jewelry, just a little bit cheaper than the real thing. Celluloid was made to look like ivory, gemstones, shell, and so on. This is a habillé also. I think it's interesting that her necklace, you know, there's no chain on it. Just really beautiful. I love that one. I love her pipe curls. I love the roses in her hair. Really beautiful. I guess that's not an upturned nose, right? Would you call that a Roman nose? Not sure. We're going to lay them all out. We're going to see if that's true or not. Here's a pretty pair of earrings. These faces are both very different, which is sort of what I really like about them. Isn't that nice? I think these are silver. Let's see what it says right there. Let's see if we can make it out. Nope, I can't. Hold on. Yeah, it says 925 Italy right there. Of course, a lot of cameos are Italian, right? I always think about that Italian are the carvers. So a lot of these definitely are made in Italy. I have one here that's Czech. Let's just take a look at that. These are cool earrings, though. I like these. These kind of look like they're from the 1930s. Maybe newer. Hard to say. I like their lips. Cute. Here's the one that's Czech. Now this is shell. I love the coloring on this one. I love the way it's really dark over here and much lighter there. And these beads are white glass. And there's where it says Czecho. I don't know if you can see that. C-Z-E-C-H-O. I think this one's really pretty. This is the only one I think that I have that has beads going around it. So I think it's very interesting. I like the contrast of the color and then the white and then the gold tone. Here's another old one. This one is plastic. It's really light. I really like this one a lot. Now this doesn't feel like it's Bakelite because it is so light, but it is sort of the right color to be Bakelite. So why don't we test it and see what we get? Here's our Simichrome polish. I get this on Amazon. It's like $8 or $10 or something like that. You know, doable, right? I'll just put a little bit here. Oops, probably a little bit too much. Hold on, let me wipe some off. Yeah, I really don't think this is Bakelite. I just think it's too light, but let's see. So if it's Bakelite, this will show like a tobacco stain. And if it is just celluloid, like I think it is, or some other sort of early plastic, this will stay pink. And yeah, it stayed pink. It looks like it's yellowing, and that's only because it's dirty, I think. Let me look. Yeah, that's just some dirt. So, okay, not Bakelite. I didn't think so. You know, once you start handling a lot of jewelry, you start to use all of your senses. Sound, you listen to stuff. You know, I clink stuff on my teeth. I know that's not really great for your teeth or for germs, but I think a lot of us do that. And also, you know, the way things feel, what the weight is, what they sound like, what they smell like sometimes, of course, what they look like. Anyway, I really do love this pendant in any event. Here's another habillé cameo. This is beautiful. That's likely a real diamond because this is gold. I can't remember where I got this, but I know it wasn't that long ago because I was saying, look, there's ink on her and I don't know how to get that off. Maybe I should try rubbing it a little bit of the Simichrome polish on it. You think that'll hurt it? Let me try. Hey, that worked, actually. I don't want to do too much more because I don't want it to brighten up too much, but yeah, maybe I'll take a toothpick and try to work some of that ink out of here. But I love this. I love her hairstyle. And of course, cameos can be dated based on the hairstyles. I don't really know enough about, you know, hair to date them that way. This is really, really pretty. Look at that. I love this one. This is a great pendant. I think she has a great face. Nice straight nose, right? And flower in the hair. That's a very, very large necklace she has on. Love this one. Look at this pretty little thing. I love the framing on this one. This is not gold. This is gold filled. And I don't know if that's a crack or what's going on there with the nose. So this one is facing left. The ones that face left can be a little bit more desirable than the ones that are facing right. I love this. Let me see. Does this pin look like it's a replacement? No, I guess not. I guess that's That is the original. She has an upturned nose, right? You got the flowers in the hair and on her dress. I had gotten this one not too long ago. Look at the nose. That's rather large. She's a handsome woman. What is that, like cloth on her head? Yeah, I really love this one. This is Victorian, of course. This is a knot, and it isn't gold. It is just gold filled. But there's our T-bar hinge, our C-clasp. You see the pin does come out a little bit further than the piece. That's common for these old Victorian things. I love this one. I don't know why. I just really, really love this. Now, I had gotten this a few months ago from a private collector that I hooked up with. It's a long story, but it was sort of just great luck. And I had bought, I bought some hair jewelry from her, a couple of other Victorian pieces, and also that Leah Stein collection. That's the same person. And she told me she doesn't have any more jewelry for sale, but I'm going to keep trying. Here's another oldie but goodie. I love the curls in her hair. And look at the pearls. How beautiful. I love this one. So this one also has a T-bar hinge. This is also referred to as a tube hinge, by the way. And there's our C-clasp, and it can also be worn as a pendant, of course. This one's really beautiful. I love that. What do you think? Is that an upturned nose? It kind of looks it to me. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's true. This one looks a lot newer. It is shell, though. A couple little cracks there. That one's really pretty. Her hair is upswept. So, yeah, this one is marked 800. Okay, so there's some silver content. 80% silver. Some marcasites. This one's really pretty, too. I love her. They all have such different faces, different personalities, really. Here's one that is not finely carved, as you can see. That's weird. She has like a big wrinkle here or something. I don't know why they would do that. I like her hair, though. It almost looks like she's underwater or something. Lots of great gold tone. Just sort of crudely done. I still like it, a pin or a pendant. And this one isn't very high relief. Yeah, no, I guess that's pretty good. Don't forget to tell me what your favorites are, by the way. I love this one. It is sad. She does have a few cracks, and one is right there on her neck, unfortunately. But I love this ring. Look at this. Wow. This is silver. I don't know if it says 900 or 800. I love this ring. Isn't she pretty? Now, this one is not shell. This is stone, carved stone. I think that's really nice. I really love this one. It's just all about those shoulders, right? That's a beautiful, beautiful antique ring. I forgot about this one. This one is amazing. Now, believe it or not, I got this at a Savers. It was just timing. And I didn't know the girl behind the jewelry counter, but she happened to be sitting there with like a stack of jewelry. And I said to her, boy, is that for sale? And she goes, no, not yet. I haven't priced it. So I go, well, do you have anything that looks old? Because I might, buy it if you have something. And she very, very kindly pulled this out and said, well, what about this? And I said, I will take it. What are you getting for it? And she said, like $5.99 or $6.99 or something like that. So this one was just luck, but this is really beautiful. So there's our tube hinge. This is definitely a replacement. Well, maybe this whole thing, maybe, actually. Not sure. Well, what do you want for a couple of dollars, right? I love the hair. And, oh, man, I love this one. I love the height of it, too. I think this one's very, very interesting. I believe this one is stone. There's no curvature in the back. And this one, yeah, I think it's pretty, but not as wonderfully detailed as some of the others. And who knows about this necklace part? This probably isn't original to it. But I think this one is really pretty. I like that it's pink. This one is a recent find, and if anybody has an opinion on dating this one, I would love to hear it. I've just never seen one that has short hair. And look, she has a little headband. This is so pretty. We'll take a look at the back. Yeah, there's our tube hinge. I don't know. What do you think? You think this one could be like early 1900s or 1910s? But I don't know. Did anybody have short hair like that? I don't get this one, but I love it. I do love her. It's a puzzlement, this one. Oh, I'll show you another puzzlement too. So cameo wise, this is probably the best one I have. Now, this was at a Savers also, a different Savers though, and it was just timing. Again, the girl just happened to be wheeling out the cart, and I was like stalking her all the way over. And this one, this wasn't that cheap. It was like $29.99 or $39.99, maybe even. But I thought that was a great price for this bracelet. This is amazing. It's very heavy. Look at that. So I was thinking probably like mid-Victorian on this one. But here's the weird part of it. So this part like rocks a little bit. And that's kind of weird about it. I don't know why it would move back and forth. You probably can't see it, but it does go back and forth a little bit. But it looks like this has been hooked on there forever. Look at how sort of old that all looks, right? So the other thing that's interesting to me, I feel like a carving that's this fine would be in real gold. So I don't know. I just don't understand what this one is, but I really do love this bracelet. Look at even her clothing. All those sort of folds and her hair with the grapes and the vines. This really is truly a magnificent bracelet. I don't know what's going on with these earrings. These are like completely different faces. Oh, are those even different frames? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. These are sort of weird though. They really just don't match. I mean, I bought them together and everything. Interesting. Not very nicely done, right? Look at this pretty little girl. Aw, I love this one. Love the hair. There is a headband. This one says 925 Italy. This one probably isn't as old as a lot of the other ones. It's a pin or a pendant. I really like when these have the hinge here where you could fold it under. I think that's a nicely done piece. Here's another stone cameo. This has some nice height. Wow, really nice height. Look at that. But the carving, it lacks a lot of detailing. I like her clothing right there. What I really like about this one is the frame that has the hearts. Not real gold. Here's a little silver pendant. This is really cute. This one is shell. It's really small. I like her hair, actually. That's sort of interesting, the way there's sort of holes to really give that a lot of depth. You can see all the carving marks there. That one's really pretty. This one looks a little bit more modern than some of the other ones. This one is shell. Oh, it looks like she has earrings. Oh, look at that. Those are really nice. Marcasites. Beautiful, a little bit translucent. This is the last one before I lay them all out and we have a look at them as a collection. Now look at her necklace. That is so nice. Nice hair, headband. Very pretty. Marcasites. This one must be real silver too, right? Yeah. It says something or other right there. It says either 800 or 900, I think. That one's really pretty. All right, let's lay them out. Here they are all together. You can see most of them are facing right. The ones that face left are a little bit more desirable. So let's see the difference in the noses here. And let's see if we can figure out if that's so. See, this one to me, this is Victorian, but she seems like she has an upturned nose, right? So that, I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure what an upturned nose is. That's definitely a straight nose. That one's definitely old. This one's newer. But she looks like she has, well, this one's definitely upturned. That one looks upturned. I don't know. This one's old, right? This is the one that's real gold. This one looks upturned too, and this one's definitely old. I'm not sure. I guess people smarter than me can distinguish. I mean, this is old, and that one looks like it's upturned too. So, all right, I'm not sure about that. I don't sort of date things based on their noses. I'm looking at other stuff here. Anyway, that is that. Thank you so much, as always, for coming to hang out with me today. Let me know what your favorite ones are, and I will see you soon. All right, everybody, have a great day. Please subscribe to the channel if you feel like it, and give me a thumbs up if you want, and I will see you soon, everybody. Have a great day. Cheers.